Hello children. Now we come to the examples of electrolysis. First, electrolysis of molten lead bromide. Molten or fused. Remember, it is in heated state such that the ions will become free and mobile to conduct electricity. Electrolyte. Molten lead bromide. Electrodes are graphite plates. Now here I want to remind you, inert electrodes which do not take part in electrolysis. You have graphite and platinum, but I will not use platinum because it will react with bromine vapors. Electrolytic cell, silica crucible. It is a non-conductor of electricity and it can withstand heat. The ions present in the electrolyte are Pb plus 2 and Br minus 1. The overall dissociation equation PbBr2 gives me Pb plus 2 plus 2Br minus 1. Remember children, your valencies and symbols. At cathode, reduction occurs, that is gain of electrons. So the cations migrate to cathode, gain electrons and are deposited at cathode. Pb plus 2 gains 2 electrons to give me Pb neutral atom. Grayish white metal is deposited at cathode. At anode, oxidation occurs, loss of electrons, Br minus 1. Minus electron gives me Br. Br plus Br gives me Br2. Reddish brown vapors of bromine gas are evolved at anode. Learn these equations and the observations thoroughly well children. Why is graphite anode preferred? Because it is unaffected by bromine vapors. You must have drawn figure 6.4. Electrolysis of acidified water. You see, pure water does not conduct electricity because it contains only molecules. So to make it conducting, we add dilute H2SO4 which catalyzes the reaction. Hence, the electrolyte here is acidified water, which is water plus dilute H2SO4. Electrodes, platinum foils. Reactions. H2O gives me H plus and OH minus. H2SO4 gives me 2H plus SO4 minus 2. Cations will migrate to cathode, anions will migrate to anode. At cathode, H plus electron gives me neutral H atom. H plus H gives me H2 hydrogen molecule. H2 plus H2 gives me 2H2. 2 volumes of hydrogen gas are liberated at cathode. At anode, OH minus 1 loses electron. Loss of electron is oxidation. It gives you OH. 4OH gives me 2H2O plus O2. So 1 volume of oxygen is evolved at anode. In a nutshell, 2H2O gives me 2H2 plus O2. 2:1 by volume. Electrolysis of acidified water is an example of catalysis, a reaction in which catalyst is involved. So here sulfuric acid acts as a catalyst. I hope it is clear till here. We continue. Electrolysis of copper sulfate solution using copper electrodes. Copper electrodes. Remember, active electrode. Electrolyte. It is an aqueous solution of copper sulfate with a small amount of concentrated sulfuric acid. Overall dissociation equation. CuSO4 gives me Cu plus 2 plus SO4 minus 2. H2O gives me H plus OH minus 1. Cations will migrate to cathode. Anions will migrate to anode. Here you have two cations, Cu plus 2 and H plus 1. Can you tell me which one would be discharged at cathode? Yes, Cu plus 2, because Cu plus 2 lies below in the electrochemical series. Again I repeat children, it lies below in the electrochemical series. Cu plus 2 electrons gives me Cu. Observation. Pinkish or reddish brown metal copper is deposited at cathode. Now, at anode, both SO4 minus 2 and OH minus 1 will migrate, but none are discharged. Why? Because copper is an active electrode. So itself will ionize. Cu minus 2 electrons gives me Cu plus 2. So the Cu plus 2 ions will enter the electrolyte. The color of the electrolyte solution will remain blue. This is a very important question, because for every Cu plus 2 ions discharged at cathode as neutral copper atom. I repeat, for every Cu plus 2 ion discharged at cathode as neutral copper atom, a Cu plus 2 ion is added to the solution from the anode, because your anode is active electrode. Now, electrolysis of aqueous copper sulfate solution using platinum anode and copper or platinum cathode. You see the difference. Here your anode is made of platinum. Electrolyte, aqueous copper sulfate, cathode copper or platinum, anode platinum. At cathode, you have Cu plus 2, which gains 2 electrons to give you Cu, neutral copper atom. Same observation children. Pinkish or reddish brown metal copper is deposited at cathode. At anode, remember, SO4 minus 2 and OH minus 1 both will migrate towards the anode. Can you tell me which one will be discharged? OH minus 1, because it lies below in the electrochemical series. OH minus 1 loses electron to give you OH. 4OH gives you 2H2O plus O2. So here the product at anode is oxygen gas. What will happen to the color of the electrolyte in this case? The color will fade because there is a decrease in the number of Cu plus 2 ions. I will stop here children. Learn the equations till here. Do your work neatly. And for this chapter, again I remind you, learn your symbols and valencies thoroughly well. Thank you. Take care.